not done yet. I'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
It was a beautiful sunny day, and tomorrow will be very similar, wrapping up the work week with a lot of sunshine, dry conditions, and cool temperatures. But then as we go into the weekend, a little bit of a change of pace. It will be cloudier. We'll also have the chance of rain. All those details coming up.
Right now on News Channel 6 at 7, high flu cases across the two-state as South Carolina reports its first flu death of the season. What health officials say you can do to stay safe. Plus, discussions continue on reproductive rights in South Carolina, why one lawmaker says the voters should have a say. And how the city of Harlem is celebrating this Christmas season. As your News at 7 starts now.
Live from Television Park, this is WJBF News Channel 6 at 7.
Good evening. You're watching News Channel 6 at 7. I'm Hannah Latier. Thanks for joining us. Coverage you can count on begins with 2 people dead after a car crashed into a school bus in Aiken County. It happened around noon at the intersection of Wrights Mill and Rushton Roads, just north of the city of Aiken. Highway Patrol says the bus was traveling eastbound on Wrights Mill when a car traveling north on Rushton hit it. The 2 people inside the Toyota Corolla were killed. Their identities have not been released. There were 3 people on the school bus. One of them was taken to the hospital, then released. The holidays are here, and so is flu season. Many people are contracting the illness. The first week of December in South Carolina alone, the South Carolina Department of Health and Environmental Control reported 5 influenza-related deaths. During the first week of October, the Georgia Department of Public Health reports 4 deaths caused by the flu. Local doctors are seriously urging you to make sure you're up to date on your vaccines.
Vaccination in general is important in this case, and so I think everybody probably realizes that every year they formulate a vaccine based on the virus that year that they have. It's not 100%, it never is, but being vaccinated is definitely going to put you in a better position than not being vaccinated.
For vaccinations for the flu, COVID-19, and any other respiratory infection, visit your local pharmacy. A staff representative is proposing new legislation to expand reproductive rights in South Carolina. Representative Leon Stavronakis pre-filed a joint resolution that would allow voters to decide on abortion rights. Currently, South Carolina bans most abortions after 6 weeks. Stavronakis says this is more than legislation. It's a human rights issue.
I'm not talking about a regular piece of legislation. You're talking about taking rights, fundamental constitutional rights away from our citizens. They deserve to have their voice heard on that.
As while it has support, they will have to work across the aisle for the bill to pass. It's time now for a first look at our weather with meteorologist Jenna Petracci. Jenna, it was a warm, kind of brisk day today. Can we expect that in the future?
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be the same way tomorrow. It definitely feels nice outside when you're in the sunshine, but overall our temperatures have been pretty cool. And right now, as we take a live look at our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview cam over in Aiken, it's a clear, cold, and dry night. Today's high temperature was very close to average, though, at 61 degrees. Our low temperature just a couple degrees behind our average at 36, so we did stay above the freezing mark late last night and earlier this morning, but tonight, not going to be the case. I'm expecting us to fall into the upper 20s. Notice we're already seeing some low 40s. 42 in Augusta, 48 in Allendale, and only 40 in Aiken. 10 degrees warmer than that further south in Swainsboro at 50 degrees. Gibson at 46, 50 as well in Waynesboro, and 43 in Edgefield. Winds are making it feel even cooler, coming in at 6 miles per hour in Augusta, 5 in Aiken and Waynesboro. Those winds are from the northeast, along with some high-level clouds we're seeing, but no rain at this time. We'll keep it dry tonight and another dry and sunny day tomorrow as high pressure is still in control. We are watching this area of showers continue to develop and strengthen down off the coast of Texas and Mexico. This will eventually impact us over the weekend, so this will be our next weather maker. It's a Gulf low that's forming, and this will bring a surge of tropical moisture, which means some heavy rainfall possible, also some strong winds, and we're tracking this Saturday night through Sunday. But in the meantime, tomorrow, a clear start to the day, 28 degrees at the 7 o'clock hour, warming up only to 49 by 11, and we'll be near that 60-degree mark again tomorrow. So sub-freezing temperatures tonight, sunny and dry on Friday, a nice day. Rain comes back on Saturday night. Also will be pretty cloudy. Sunday will be cloudy, rainy, and also very windy. So I'll have that full 10-day forecast coming up, but back to you, Hannah.
All right, Jenna, thank you so much. 'Twas the night before Christmas in downtown Harlem. Well, not exactly, but the city is bringing the classic Christmas poem to life for the first time this year. I went to Harlem and found out what kind of impact this is having.
We wanted to do something to improve test scores for our children in school. So we came up with various ideas. So we thought during this Christmas season we would introduce a story walk around town.
The poem by Clement Clark Moore is actually titled A Visit from St. Nicholas, and downtown businesses have pages of the story plastered on their windows.
We're all for the children. I love the initiative of promoting child literacy. And not just that, but including the whole town along with it.
The numbered pages go up and down Louisville Street. Families can walk and read each one, visit the local businesses, and find the hidden mouse on each page. Mayor Whitaker says the benefits of this are twofold.
One, of course, is reading, and the other one is to give people the opportunity to peek in our windows and see exactly what's going on inside those businesses.
Businesses taking part in the fun say they've seen more people coming in to shop because of it.
We don't have pretty much anybody that walks past the doors without coming in. They'll go to the little locally owned ice cream shop or the coffee shop with their dog or their kids, and then they'll participate.
Especially for the new owners of Harlem Java House, who have only been running it for 3 months.
The support of the customers in this community has just been so overwhelming and like a little unbelievable and surreal. Like it doesn't feel real that this is what's happening in our lives right now.
Mayor Whitaker says the pages will probably be up until a little after Christmas. She says they're planning on turning the city's walking trail into a reading trail for children as well. More than 150 years ago, many people built mansions they called cottages in Aiken so they would have a permanent place to spend the winters. In this month's Hometown History, Kim Vickers explores 2 of those properties, Hopelands and Rye Patch. Next door to Hopelands was Rye Patch, a bed and breakfast for winter colonists. Edmund and Dorothy Rogers bought it in 1937 and made it their winter home. Trustee of the Friends of Hopelands and Rye Patch, Anna Dangerfield, spoke to Dorothy's longtime butler, Leroy Wright, who said he had a great deal of respect for her.
But he loved Mrs. Rogers, and everything that she had in her house, he wanted to take back to his house and teach his children as well. And that's, Dolores said, that's why we have an appreciation for fine linens and crystal to this day.
You can find the full story on WJBF.com. If you're sending your loved ones holiday gifts in time for Christmas, the deadline to send them through the mail is coming up soon. The post office says if you are planning to do a 5-day shipping with USPS Ground Advantage in first-class mail, this coming Friday, the 16th, is the cutoff day to get your package to its destination in time. If you use 4-day shipping, you have until December 18th. Priority Mail Express is the fastest option before the major holiday, with the cutoff being December 21st. Coming up, today marks the 11th anniversary of the Sandy Hook shooting. How House Democrats are pushing for more gun violence prevention. Those details after the break.
What's up, Georgetown?
Job is our best.
On the 11th anniversary of the Sandy Hook shooting, House Democrats gathered outside of the Capitol building to call for more gun violence prevention and criticize Republicans for inaction. Basil John reports.
Thursday, on the steps of the Capitol building, House Democrats reflected on the 11 years since Sandy Hook and the remaining need for gun violence prevention.
We will not rest until we end the gun violence epidemic in the United States of America.
House Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries says his party is ready to make necessary changes to protect Americans.
But extreme MAGA Republicans are standing in the way.
In 2022, every town says there were 635 mass shootings in the country. Connecticut Democratic Congresswoman Johanna Hayes is demanding action to keep kids safe.
It should be something that we are putting on the floor and taking a vote on so that the American people know where we stand on gun violence.
Some Republicans recognize the problem with gun violence in the country, but say Democrats and the president are not getting to the root of the problem.
as a law-abiding gun owner, I just don't think that makes any sense.
Ohio Republican Senator J.D. Vance says there are laws already in place to prevent mentally ill people or convicted felons from getting a gun. But right now,
It is almost all exclusively people who illegally acquired their firearms. So I think we have a law enforcement problem here.
but Connecticut Democratic Senator Chris Murphy says the laws governing guns need to change.
I compel my friends in the Senate to do more.
Reporting in Washington, I'm Basil John.
Coming up, we'll join Jenna for a full weather report and what holiday season items that you want to keep off your pet's reach. We have those details when we return.
Life-changing. Cable News Network, News Nation, news for all America.
You could see a lot of light here. Cars are out there actually hydroplaning.
Mama?
She's on her way, bud.
Hey, hon. It's nasty out there.
Glad you're home.
Stay safe.
I will.
Debate.
Go to joinnn.com to find America's fastest growing cable news network, News Nation, news for all America.
You could see a lot of light here. Cars are out there actually hydroplaning.
Mama?
She's on her way, bud.
Hey, hon. It's nasty out there.
Glad you're home.
Stay safe.
I will. Tell them to save you some.
When others head in, we head out. Dominion Energy. Who could ever Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Good Thursday evening. It's another very cold night. We're under mostly clear skies. Our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam looking good over in Emmanuel County. 42 degrees as our current temperature here in town. 6-mile-per-hour wind. Dew point of only 27. We had some very dry air in place today, but the temperatures falling rapidly, especially in some of our South Carolina counties. Only 40 in Aiken, 43 in Edgefield. Still some 50s though. 50 in Waynesboro. And as we look at satellite and radar, we just see some high-level clouds passing by. No rain nearby, no rain expected tomorrow. High pressure is still dominating our weather pattern, so that means another dry and sunny day tomorrow. We are watching this area of rain form and strengthen down to the south of Texas, off the coast of Mexico. This will become our next weather maker in addition to this upper level low that we have out in the desert southwest. This is going to drive that Gulf low into our direction, bringing a lot of tropical moisture and some high wind speeds. And this is technically going to be a nor'easter. So we'll have 30% chance of rain Saturday night, 70% for our Sunday. So that'll be the main day where we have to watch for some gusty winds and heavy rain. Those wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour on Sunday, though I wouldn't rule out the possibility of even 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts. But for tomorrow, not much going on. A pleasant day. Northeast wind only up to around 10 miles per hour. Warming up to the
Now, your most accurate forecast with WJBF Live Viper 6.
Good Thursday evening. It's another very cold night. We're under mostly clear skies. Our Terry Lambert Hyundai Skyview Cam looking good over in Emmanuel County. 42 degrees as our current temperature here in town. 6-mile-per-hour wind. Dew point of only 27. We had some very dry air in place today, but the temperatures falling rapidly, especially in some of our South Carolina counties. Only 40 in Aiken, 43 in Edgefield. Still some 50s though. 50 in Waynesboro. And as we look at satellite and radar, we just see some high-level clouds passing by. No rain nearby, no rain expected tomorrow. High pressure is still dominating our weather pattern, so that means another dry and sunny day tomorrow. We are watching this area of rain form and strengthen down to the south of Texas, off the coast of Mexico. This will become our next weather maker in addition to this upper level low that we have out in the desert southwest. This is going to drive that Gulf low into our direction, bringing a lot of tropical moisture and some high wind speeds. And this is technically going to be a nor'easter Easter. So we'll have 30% chance of rain Saturday night, 70% for our Sunday. So that'll be the main day where we have to watch for some gusty winds and heavy rain. Those wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour on Sunday, though I wouldn't rule out the possibility of even 40 mile per hour wind gusts. But for tomorrow, not much going on. A pleasant day, northeast wind only up to around 10 miles per hour, warming up to the upper 50s and then to the 60-degree mark on Saturday with that late night rain coming in. If you want to make any weekend plans, I would suggest Saturday morning or afternoon. The rain won't come in until around dinner time, and then on Sunday, pretty much a washout all day. It looks pretty likely, especially for our southern and eastern counties. Here's the current futurecast showing that low pressure move across the Gulf Coast and bringing us some rounds of light rain, some rounds of heavy rain at times with the gusty winds. This continues all the way until Sunday evening, then clears out by early Monday morning, and we'll have gradual clearing the rest of Monday. Now, I do want to point out, though, that there is potential that we could have some changes here. So as of now, we're following this path here you see in green, but there's still a second scenario where this low could move further across Florida and out into the Atlantic, keeping the majority of the rain and gusty winds offshore. So that would just mean light rain for us, some breezy winds, as opposed to the heavy rainfall and high winds. So something we're still updating each day, and we'll keep you updated, of course, as the days go on. But as of now, expecting around 2 to 3 inches of rain across the CSRA all the way down into Florida. But notice that 1 inch of rain over in Alabama and around the Atlanta area. If this low does shift further off towards the Atlantic, then we'd have more so just around 1 inch of rain. But our lows tonight will be in the upper 20s, low 30s, most of us below freezing. Highs tomorrow's will be in the upper 50s. Another below average day, nice and sunny though, and then becoming more cloudy on Saturday with that late night rain chance. Sunday, we did make an alert day for the heavy rain potential, which could lead to some flash flooding and some gusty winds. And then next week, we have plenty of sunshine. It's going to be cold as well, upper 20s going into the first day of winter.
Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to that sunny weather. With the holiday season in full swing, it's vital to be aware of any potential risk holiday decorations can pose for our pets. Animal experts say festive holiday plants like mistletoe, holly, and poinsettias are toxic to cats and dogs. Decorations like tassels, ornaments, and even the water under a fresh Christmas tree can be potentially deadly. They say food is another area of concern.
Making sure your guests know not to give food, make sure that the stuff on your counters is safe from the animals getting to it. There's a lot of foods that you have around the holidays that are toxic, and sometimes it's easy for you to keep them away, but when you have a bunch of guests, it can be a little difficult to manage. So make sure your guests know not to get table scraps.
Experts also advise everyone traveling with pets to make sure they are microchipped. That way, if your pet goes missing, it'll be easier to get them back. The holiday season means final exams for many college students, and psychologists warn parents, pay close attention to your students' mental health.
The end of the semester is a very stressful time for university and college students, and psychologists say many parents underestimate how frequently their college-age kids express mental health concerns. A United Healthcare Insurance report found college students are much more likely to report experiencing depression, eating disorders, and suicidal ideation compared with what parents report about their child. Specifically, researchers found that for every 10 college students who reported seeking help for mental health, just 8 parents reported knowing their child sought help. The report published earlier this year also found 41% of students reported experiencing depression, while only 22% of parents reported their child had depression. Barriers to mental health services were also reported. 40% said it was too expensive, and 25% said they didn't know where to get help. Experts say better education should be provided to increase student awareness of available services. Parents, healthcare providers, and colleges can all play a role. If you or a loved one is struggling with an urgent mental health crisis, text or call the crisis line at 988. Free help is available 24/7. With this Medical Minute, I'm Justin Finch, ABC News.
Coming up, new TSA technology has made its way to multiple international airports. We have those details after the break.
The WJBF Live Viper 6 Skyview Network is sponsored by Terry Lambert Hyundai. Low prices, big selection, and committed to quality customer service.
This holiday season, North Carolina officials say they're expecting about 1.6 million passengers to fly through Charlotte, with many being international travelers. May Kay Bueller explains the new technology with help with travel.
U.S. Customs and Border Protection has gone high-tech and to the dogs in an effort to make your travel experience run smoothly this holiday season and beyond. Say cheese and smile. You're not on candid camera, but Customs, Border, and Protection camera. When exiting or entering the country, smile wide in a close encounter with a camera connected to CBP's cloud-based facial comparison and matching service. It's part of the Traveler Verification Service, or TVS, innovative identity verification using facial biometric technology. The camera matches your live image with existing photos from your travel documents. Once the live picture verifies it's actually you and not an imposter, you are cleared to proceed to a CBP officer who greenlights you to enter or exit the U.S. Additionally, passengers now have the ability to hold in the palm of their hands mobile passport control with new apps. This reduces passport inspection and wait times. And lastly, get ready to be sniffed or have your stuff sniffed. Members of the Beagle Brigade use their snouts and highly developed sense of smell to sniff out any pests, bugs, or agricultural no-nos in your luggage that have been brought in from outside the country. In searching for prohibited agricultural products, the Beagle Brigade averages 75,000 seizures a year. They are top dogs, sniffing out suspect fruits, veggies, and meats that may carry disease and bugs that could infect U.S. agriculture.
We have a full spectrum of technology that we deploy when inspecting passengers that are incoming. One of those, of course, is the canine, and its natural abilities far supersedes anything that technology is able to do as far as detecting items in people's bags.
And in Atlanta, Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport has reopened all security lanes ahead of the busy holiday travel week. The new lanes are equipped with updated screening machines that allow passengers to keep their electronics and liquids under 3 ounces in their bags. The project also replaced all security cameras, enhanced the ceiling and lighting levels, modified the electrical and mechanical system, and added more upgrades to support the new system. Coming up, a holiday drone show is trending on social media. We'll have the story after the break.
People call us all.
As 2023 comes to an end, Safe Homes of Augusta would like for you to consider us for your donation this year. Domestic violence is known to increase during the holidays. Your donation to Safe Homes of Augusta could help domestic violence survivors get back on their feet this season and all throughout next year. Visit our website to learn about the different ways to donate and support our efforts. Please join us in our commitment to help end domestic violence, the hidden crime in our area.
News Channel 6. Good stuff.
A holiday drone show lit up the skies over Enid, Oklahoma. More than 1,000 drones took the form of Christmas characters. Giant nutcrackers, reindeer, Santa, and other familiar figures created a spectacular display. It was part of a week-long Christmas festival called The One. Organizers say it was one of the largest drone shows in the country. We need to do something like that here, Jenna.
Yep, I was going to say the same thing. I mean, come on. Yeah, I haven't seen any Christmas lights this year, so I'm slacking.
Well, I did go to the one in Evanstown Center, but I was working. I want to go see it on my own.
Count. Yeah, if we had a drone show, I mean, 100% I'd be there.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and the weather will be nice for any Christmas lights tomorrow. Will be completely dry and also sunny during the day. Cool temperatures during the day and cold again at night. Our low will be 28 tonight, and then going into our Saturday, we'll be at 35. High of 60 on Saturday with late night rain. Viper 6 alert day Sunday for the rain and winds.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Jenna. We will see you again at 10 on MeTV, and we're always with you at WJBF.com. Entertainment Tonight is next.